give you a call back, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
And then, oh, some pictures. Okay. So this one is Zonks Pop Portugal, the name of the store.
So question for you, what's the weirdest thing you've signed? For strangers.
Wow, you have something?
Something might top it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I mean, for me.
Is it as
Man
weird
boob.
as Miss Jackie's lingerie?
Honestly, yeah, I don't luckily do. I think I signed a tattoo one time, which is weird. Somebody got a
Was
tattoo
it a tattoo
me
of
and
you?
signed it.
Wow, crazy.
I got a Bob Dylan's tattoo, and they had a sign. I'm like, you know, who's gonna watch it? They're like, I know, but like, I just want it for at least like the week or whatever. I was like,
For the week, he's not gonna bathe for a whole week.
yeah,
I mean, what he could have done, he could have went and gotten it tatted. That's what he could have done.
I got this sent in all the way from the UK.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Signed the inside of it?
Can
Yeah.
I just show you?
So it's a kid's autograph.
We need this to be
That's
signed. It came
No,
from
but she's not a
all the
kid.
way from the UK.
not bad.
There you go.
But I think she has a disability, which is why I feel bad.
Okay, I'm live.
Yo, pony.
That's his uncle, I think.
Oh, I thought he was talking about you.
Nope. No, I did mine. I did mine first.
And I'm gonna get a few extra for like giveaways for us, so we can
Whatever
start
you
giving
gotta
away.
do.
To get people in here.
I'll have more than enough, so do
Alright,
what you gotta do.
alright, and then do like give me 2 weeks,
just you know, okay.
just you know, and you want to write whatever, just for giveaways for customers.
Gotcha.
I can be like,
Made some money.
you know, I can be like,
I gotta check that spot because right now AJ's blocking the whole
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
You like it when your phone goes cha-ching. I hear you.
That's the best sound in the world. It's like Christmas. It's like, that's what we adults get for Christmas presents. The phone could change.
No.
And because the last time, you know, for Chris Masters, we had people come after, they go, you don't have no extras? I'm like, what do you mean we have no
Yeah.
extras?
Let's gotta see where people stand.
You got a bag? I say wait till you because you're getting stuff signed.
We don't know how long the virtual's going to be, actually. It's pretty short.
All right, buddy, your pile's getting thick here.
It's fine. I just want to make sure all that stuff is out of the way.
Are you gonna sell that one?
Do me a favor, Ray, can you move this one out?
Thank you. Jay, you can put this back into the nice case.
No. You gotta lock this up, man.
That's like everybody out here. Awesome.
I know, but that's the smart thing that you're doing, you know?
There you go.
And then you can put it up for bidding.
He can sell that.
This is his personal
That one day we'll get a
What time
display.
you going live?
I'll have a permanent
I mean, I'm live now, but I'm not really started. You know what I mean? I'm just testing it out, getting people in the room.
Got it.
Yeah, nice.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Racket Attack's virtual signing with Aiden English. We'll be starting shortly. We're just giving it a little bit to get people.
At least let him make a mess.
A little bit.
Get people in the room. Please share the page. Yeah, if you want, just Guys, we're gonna show the photos real quick.
Well, what, you don't like to drink?
No,
Oh, you don't have a problem with it,
I
right?
never drink at all.
No, oh, okay. So what, you got a hangover?
25
Kind of,
each.
yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I got messed up on one shot of Patron.
Yikes.
One.
Well, I'm not going drinking with you. I'm not carrying you home.
Oversized photos.
Yeah, we have 11 by 14s, which will be 35, but we describe however you like.
I don't like it. I don't like the smell. And she convinced me to
You
do
know,
it.
I'll have a couple of beers and stuff, but I don't know. Alright, let's see. Let's try again.
AJ, here. This is just,
I appreciate it.
no problem.
Guys, if you're in the New Jersey area, please come down to Zonks Pop Culture World, 171 Main Street, Little Ferry, New Jersey. We're right off Route 46. If you guys are interested, feel free to stop on by. Guys, share the
I just shared
page.
the Zach Riders group, the virtual.
I gotta make a pause. I'm working too while I'm down
Are
here.
you? Gee.
Yeah. It says I'm gonna be here for a while because of my mom.
Yeah, hang out.
They sent me all my information that I need.
We might get something to eat afterwards. I don't know.
So these are all the mail-in stuff.
Maybe.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. I just ordered some food too. I have to make this call. I'll be right back.
Yep, that's right. Right, it's on a delay.
The lag.
Well, that's you. No, that's YouTube. I think they do like a lag.
Yeah.
So people don't. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Aiden, wave your hand. Nope. Yeah, it's a delay.
Yeah, YouTube implements at least a couple second delay
Yeah, that's what I thought.
automatically. Dependency on your latency.
There you go.
Settings. Yep.
If we would have counted, it would have been like maybe 5-second delay.
It's not bad, actually. That lag?
Here, I got it over here. Oh, you're gonna do it live over there on the TV?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I could.
I mean, you could. Okay, I'm gonna say something in my because nobody's here right now. Say anybody here?
No.
I forgot. Well, not even.
Guys, we'll be starting shortly. We're just sharing the page to a few groups.
Here we go.
It's weird.
Too weird.
It's like I'm on security cam footage.
We got cameras all over.
iPhone is better
Okay,
quality.
are you watching Are you watching it? Oh, I was wondering if you're watching.
Oh no, they put it up on the TV over there.
Oh, yeah,
I just thought
sure.
it was funny.
I think that's awesome. We do that we've been doing that all the time. It gets, like the people come in, they're like, oh, they take a picture in front of it.
That guy was funny. He didn't know that he wasn't going on. When he saw you, he was like, oh my gosh.
That actually worked out. Just a random
Yeah. Absolutely.
photographs. Let me switch this.
Guys, share to as many groups as possible. We're going to start in about 2 minutes. If you guys have any questions for Aiden, please get them in now. Let us know. We'll be monitoring the chat. I hate hearing myself.
Yeah, even Facebook is up behind too. They do that because people got like murdered on
Yeah,
Facebook
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it
Or
because
like-
of that.
Porn, whatever.
Any kind of innocent or offensive content.
Imagine if there was no such thing as virtual during the pandemic.
No kidding.
Everybody would be like losing so much.
Yeah, see, I think that's a good little, if you're looking here, that's a good little corner to set up because I just got a bunch of weird stuff there.
Should we warn the lady that just parked outside that she shouldn't park there?
I'll
It looks like it's that lady who's gonna come over here and shop there. Isn't it?
Oh, okay. So she comes and shops?
Her trees in November with the sun.
Okay.
Guys, the information on how to order is on the bottom. $25 for 8x10s, inscribed however you like. $35 for 11x14s. We only have a limited amount. All right, PayPal's on the bottom. AlvaradoE1@gmail.com. We're gonna do our pre-orders first, and once we're done with the pre-orders, we will then take any orders that you may have. We'll be here until about 5 or so, and then we'll wrap it up then. All right, so we're live now. We'd like to welcome Aiden English here to Zonks Pop Culture World. Aiden, how are you today?
I'm great, man. Thank you so much for having me here.
Of course. Aiden is back. It's Aiden Day. So you know what that
Every day,
means?
baby.
Every day is
Every
Aiden
damn
Day.
day.
171 Main Street. in
Hot
Lakeville.
dog.
All right, so while I set up, we'll just read a few questions off of here.
Sure, please.
No, my house address.
Sev Barbar says, love the John Huber shirt.
You can send it to my mom's house.
Let's see. Michael Turo asks, are you in touch with your ex-tag team partner, Simon Gutch?
So Simon and I, we got along. We did great business together, whatever. But outside of the ring, we were never super close. So we kept in touch briefly after his release. But I'll be perfectly honest, we haven't really stayed in touch since then. But it's wrestling, so you never know.
I'm using my other phone. I'm using my main phone to watch.
Somebody asked, were you friends with Umaga?
Oh God, no! I believe Umaga may have even passed before I was even signed there, if I remember. But unfortunately, before my time there. I wish. I've heard good things.
Jay Schneider asks, who's your favorite wrestler to work with?
Oh God. So many. It's like asking, a movie fan their favorite movie. It's the same thing with a favorite match. It's so hard. But the answer is, I usually say Sean Spears, because he's probably the one I wrestled the most on a regular basis. In 2017, man, we had a series of matches on live events and TV a little bit, but all over the world. The guy is one of the best, most underrated talents on the face of the planet, and I'm glad to see him getting a little bit more of his just due right now. But man, we rocked it out every night. Had matches you guys never even got to see. So yeah.
So we're gonna start off with our first pre-order. That's Justin May. He's got the 11x14. I guess we do silver on that one.
Okay.
He has an inscription right here.
Yep.
The names on the top, anything under the line is the inscription.
Gotcha.
Justin May says, the person that you're signing that for, he says, hope to see you in AEW being a manager for Miro once again.
I appreciate the support.
A customer of mine has been here before.
Oh, cool.
I would love the opportunity, that's for sure.
I'm trying to see if
Justin, take a look.
Jay.
I'll make sure I get it all in there.
Enough.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go, Justin. Looks great.
Gotta make that notes.
All right,
Yeah,
next one.
Justin.
Next one we have Tanya McIntosh,
Okay.
just signature. Guess whichever color looks best.
I know.
Go.
And Tanya
Oh, yeah,
also
that's
sent
right.
in her autograph
Well,
book
5-second delay.
Okay.
from the UK.
Oh, lovely.
Signing the inside.
Yep. I guess the first page you break that in.
See that?
My wife would love this book.
So my daughter, she saw it and she was like, "Is that for me?" And I'm like, "Sadly, no."
So which bit, just the first page?
Yeah, I guess just the first page. Lag's not that bad.
There you go.
Also,
Very cool.
thank you, Tanya. All right, next we have Mitch Fredrickson. We want to Mitch, happy Aiden Day.
You got it, Mitch.
Mitch Fredrickson, you're up.
Just after the sign.
Guys, share the page as much as you can. Any
Go. Yo, Mitch, appreciate it, bud.
awesome. Thank you so much. Next up we have we'll do Stephen Coleman.
Steve?
Send a few cards in. We'll start off with the first one. Any color, I guess, whichever would look best on that.
Normally I would take it maybe for a flea market, but I can't do any flea markets right now because of COVID. I haven't done flea market in 4 months.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah. Get it before it dries. I smudged it. My bad, Steve.
Oh yeah, they've been on. No, they're on. No, they don't.
Do the best you can, I guess.
No, I'll do it. I mean, same thing. It might have a little bit of a blue smudge on it.
You think this would help?
Potentially.
Just a smidge.
Just like a teeny tiny bit.
He might want.
There.
Like how much was this? Or do you have a price on that?
Yep, there we go. Perfect. My bad, brother.
See that?
Awesome.
Yeah, good. Good save.
Just for cheap. Stuff like that. That's a hard plastic.
Shannon, we don't have any board, we do not have any vaudeville in our photos. We do have a nice custom edit that kind of goes back to his vaudeville days. We'll show you in a sec. Tim, just hang on tight. I'm just gonna do the pre-orders right now, and I'll get to you after all the pre. Yeah, he wants it again. Yeah.
Wants it signed again.
I guess you could add a little something to it.
Oh, no, I get. Yeah, these are. I get that.
Awesome. Next up, I have Brian Burkhan.
No, I know.
Descriptions
Brian.
on that.
There you go.
All right.
Is this like,
Hell yeah.
how much is this up?
Brian Burkhan, you're up.
Why don't you just give me 5 for everything?
Okay.
Yo, Brian.
Well, I'll just move on.
Make it easy, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And you got to see somebody famous.
Thanks, guys.
Nice seeing you. How much was
Sorry to interrupt your lunch.
You want the next man? You want the next man?
Oh yeah. And the games.
Leave it.
When are you leaving?
Yo. Appreciate it, Brian. Thank you so
Brian,
much.
thank you.
Oh, that's not good.
That's
why I'm working
at
at
the
the
same
same time. That's why I told you earlier.
Jay Schneider who sent this in. See what you think.
I manage because I have my computer. and
He
everything
put his
set
own
up.
instructions.
You can actually work online? Yeah.
Oh, I think Jay has shared this with me either via Instagram or Twitter. This is super cool.
I'm not liking
This
it,
is
but
very,
I'm
very
doing
cool to
it.
see in person.
Yeah,
I'm telling them, we
Yeah,
have
it's
to
the
do
second
FaceTime.
painting he sent to us. It's actually
You'll have
pretty
Apple.
good.
Yeah, that's
Really
what-
talented.
It's very,
Mac,
very
so
cool.
come on.
Alright, awesome. I appreciate you sharing this with me.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay.
How you doing, Chris?
Next up, we have Mike Perry.
You look like we've talked. You guys have been.
Sent in a photo.
I would say.
Do we have blue paint?
Blue
I don't
paint.
think so.
Not
They
blue
have green?
and
Oh,
blue
wow,
shirt.
you got 140. Yeah, 'cause
White?
it's going to be probably like.
Mike, are you in the
$20
room,
a
Mike?
ship, Right, and eBay fees.
These are our
So there you
paint
go.
pens.
That's our paint pens, Mike. If you're in the room,
That's the special friends and family discount.
let me tag you.
We do have
Or a
blue.
blue
We
Sharpie.
do have blue Sharpie.
Hey, how are you?
Mike, if you're in the room,
Come
we'll put that
on,
one,
Mike.
we'll
Come
put
on,
that
Mike.
one to
Yeah.
the side. He did want this one signed. He didn't have a specification.
Okay.
This is your
I
favorite.
guess that one, feel free to.
Just
His name or just signature?
Just signature.
Okie doke.
Ray, put that one.
This is why you only buy Magneto stuff.
Awesome.
Switch this to the other side
We might have more.
since it's live stream.
So when they come out, just send me a picture.
RKO.
Alright.
Like to Steven on that.
Okay.
Whichever color you want.
Alright.
Detail, send me Well, are you guys in the Street Fighter tournament?
That's better.
Go.
Awesome.
Steven,
Steven,
appreciate
thank you so
that.
much.
I'm down.
All right, next we have James Kwan. He mailed in his elite figure.
Hell yeah.
He wants Happy Aiden Day and your signature in, well, we spell it silver, I guess silver
Okay.
Sharpie, whichever I guess is running best.
Oh, cool. All right.
Give it a shot. You want to go for it. I guess as you write Happy Aiden, they will know if it's running good or not. We got a few silvers.
Right.
The silvers in me. Screwing me all day.
White, maybe?
So this ones are okay.
Oh, okay.
In-person sign. Customer.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
That is cool.
You know what? Hi, he's the one to talk to.
James, appreciate you very much.
Awesome. Actually, really good.
Yeah, that came out pretty good.
What would you like, autograph?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, you oh,
Just hang out around there.
$30? Okay.
I was looking to see if I had a
30?
little table or something.
oh, right here. That's it.
Okay. I do not.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Let's see.
So basically,
Thank you.
Guys.
come meet him. Choose a photo.
How's it going, guys?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you today?
I'm good. Came for you.
Hi.
It's very shy.
No, I trust me, I get it. I was the same way, very, very much. What picture would you like, guys? What picture you want signed?
want signed, right?
I mean, whatever he
That
would.
one?
Anybody that comes by.
Buddy. You like this one better?
That one's better.
Well, Dad paid. Okay.
I know you like Russo.
What do you guys want to say?
Oh, yeah. What do you want to say? To you? To Luca? LUCA?
Yeah.
Want to say anything else? No?
All right, happy Aiden Day, because why not?
Absolutely.
Like I said, I do one card and stuff.
There you guys go.
So thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
Oh, so this is stuff you painted.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, just hand off your camera and I'll take it for you.
I'm not used to this phone.
You good? Unless you want to take it.
I'm good as long as you.
Okay, ready?
That's why I tried to cover.
How about you? You want to get in?
Are you in the picture?
Yeah, there we go.
Dad?
Sure, we're all good.
Hell yes.
So you have some.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
All right, dude. You ready? You happy?
Hell yeah, guys.
Thank
Thanks
you so
for coming.
much. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good day,
You
guys.
too. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Guys, if you're in the New Jersey area, you're more than welcome to come hang out with us. Come get a picture with Aiden, get an autograph. All right?
New Jersey,
We're in
Pennsylvania, New York,
Exactly.
Massachusetts.
Making the towns.
Make the drive. Come on.
Guys, you know, if you're in the area, feel free. Otherwise, you can order from us on right on the chat. Just give us a minute to go through the pre-orders and whatnot, and then we'll take care of that for you. All right, so we got Nathan Dill. All right, so just give you a backstory on Nathan Dill. He's on a weight loss journey.
Okay.
He has a goal, I guess, from when I say July, he'd like to hit his goal.
Okay.
He started off at 460. He's now down to 430.
Okay.
And he's trying to get to 280 by July. I kind of gave you the breakdown there, but he would like for some words of encouragement to keep him on track.
Okay. Okay.
All right, for Nathan Dill.
Let me get this in. Let me think about this.
Well, you got a lot of room there.
Yeah, he picked that one just for that reason.
Oh, I said. I thought you wanted me to say it.
No, yeah. No, that's just my instructions, I guess.
Yeah, I get you. Okay.
Anything you want to write to keep him on track. Nathan, you got to show us photos when you reach that goal.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, like you just
Sign
make horrible with an animal. And then you go, I hate this. This, what can you do? You dip it in black ink. That's it. Are you gonna show me more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to Complex tomorrow.
Good.
Oh.
All right, Nathan.
Nathan.
Consistency is key, man. It's all about making it a habit, making it a part of your life.
Awesome.
You want it to reach that point where you can't live without that exercise and good nutrition and stuff. Just make it a part of your life.
I got it.
Awesome. And Nathan Dill also purchased a second photo. He
Okay.
just wants just the Drama King and your signature.
You got it.
That's cool. For round frames.
He's here, so I know.
You have special frames with these?
No, this one I kind of had leftover paper.
You know? And there's the other one, Nathan. Appreciate you, bud.
Awesome. Thank you, Nathan. Let's see. Also have my man Mike King, who overnighted this.
Oh, man.
Probably a lot more than the autograph. A lot more. But he needs to get his program done. I don't blame him. I'm a program
Well, to
guy.
him, it's worth more.
Yeah.
So
he just wants your signature. I guess doesn't matter the color, whichever you think looks best on that.
And of course, you know who Salvador Dali is, right? So the guy had, have you ever seen, yes, have you ever seen the,
Guys, keep sharing the feed.
Go. Hell yeah.
well, I went to the Dali Museum. This is fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Hell yeah, Mike. Thank you.
Okay, Troy Shoop will take that second one. I'm sorry, the vaudevillain one. That one, yes. He will take to Troy.
To Troy.
Troy Shoop,
Floridian.
you're up, buddy. We got you here.
He so well in Florida.
Go, Troy. Appreciate you, man.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Justin May says, I was in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, high up in the bleachers watching SmackDown Live where you went against Bobby Roode in his debut match.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. So now I'm still attempting to use Rob on Tanner. All right.
No, he hasn't answered me. I'll get back to him. That same picture we're going to do again. Yes, Steven Garcia, if you go on the Rack Attack Facebook page, we have all the pictures pinned to the top.
There's Dalton. Appreciate you, man.
Dalton, thank you so much. Alright, and let's see. Ray, do you have the 11 by 14s up there? Okay.
getting buried.
Yeah, I know. That last photo that we just did twice, I just need that in 11 by 14.
Got it. Huh? The vaudevillain one, right?
Yes, in 11 by 14. I should have a few in there. It should be right after that first one. Yes. Oh, perfect. Bingo. Here you go. This is for James Thompson in the UK.
Okay.
He would like, what do I have there? The vaudevillain. He also wants, okay, yeah, the vaudevillain and one-time NXT Tag Team Champion.
A lot of artists do that. Oh, there's your color. Do you want me to show these or this is? That's funny. It's a gift. Did anybody ever try and open it?
Yeah, you can actually open it.
Oh, really? I'm so sick of part. Oh, nice. I am not good.
I gotta do it anyway.
All right. I got you.
Appreciate that, James.
James Thompson. Wow, looks great.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. We got this one. We're going to hold off on that one for now. So we're going to start taking orders right now. If you're interested, it's $25 a photo plus $5 for shipping. $35 plus shipping for 11 by 14s. If you're interested, let us know. Let us know the photo option that you want. Somebody asked me. Okay, photo number 3. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Yes, that one. To Tim and an inscription of your choice. Tim Lingle, we're taking care of you. Please make sure to send us PayPal. It's pinned to the bottom.
I did realize that probably was.
Please send that in right away.
Yeah, a little bit. But I think when
There you go, Tim. Appreciate that.
Awesome.
So this is a little bit darker type of work.
Okay, Instagram, we're live. We're taking orders.
Damn right.
So
Get them in.
We're streaming on both the Rack Attack Promotions page and the Zonks Pop Culture page.
and on Instagram though, we're
And on Instagram.
we're on YouTube, we're everywhere right now.
Everywhere.
Trying to make Rack Attack happen.
Okay, Shannon McCoy, you say you want his photos with Rusev. Okay, let's see.
Oh, that one.
Shannon McCoy, let us know. We have that photo available for you. Let us know what you want, how you want it done. Guys, let us know if you're interested. Also, if you have any questions for Aiden, let us know.
Yes, please.
Central Americans out there.
Got a few.
Oh, actually, he would have been older than Sicko. You know that?
Might have to do.
Getting a lot of compliments on the shirt. Of course.
yeah.
On other planets.
Everybody loves
Oh,
it.
man. What's up?
Thumbprint.
Oh.
Do you mind?
No, I'll do it, one. Drama king, right?
Yeah, this one's just a drama king.
What happened?
Just smudged.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I bet you could, like, if you put some of these,
Watch my clumsy hand.
people like this kind of stuff.
You take it.
Oh, you were
Unless it's me. I don't know. I don't have.
Doesn't
any-
It's
matter.
okay. It's okay.
Doesn't matter.
Michael Turo would like to know what's it like being a part of the Guerrero family.
It's an interesting question, Michael. People say that it's like
No, the clown. It's gonna be
I almost don't know how to answer it. It's like I have a great mother-in-law. Just got to spend some time with her earlier today. She's fantastic. And I haven't even gotten to meet all the Guerreros yet. If like that, I was just talking about that earlier. There are a few members that we haven't been able to cross paths yet. But obviously, that family means a lot to wrestling. They mean a lot to me for a very different reason. It's not like
Using this as a drawing
a
station.
fan thing. It's just a very wonderful family to be a part of.
If you guys have any questions, let us know.
An open book, baby.
The one with Rusev. Okay, so we're gonna do Rusev picture.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that one to Travis.
To Travis. You got it.
Yeah, I forgot her name now. Do you know did you see the movie?
I haven't. I wanted to, but I know
It's a really good movie. Basically, the guy who married it became my husband in Asia.
Yo.
Stole all of her
Appreciate
work
it,
with her name
Travis.
on it.
Didn't smudge that one, did I?
And then she had to develop a completely new art
Guys, if you want to purchase an autograph, either stop by the store or you can purchase one via PayPal and you can come pick it up, or we can ship it to
Maybe.
you.
I don't want to do Miro Day. I'll tell you that much.
He can do whatever.
And you don't want it either. I don't know how many times I can tell fans that. Trust me, you think you do, but you don't.
I only can imagine. It's Miro Day, everyone.
Steven Garcia,
I
let
wouldn't.
us
You don't
know.
want that either.
No, I mean, I appreciate it.
Let us know which 8x10s you want.
Anytime you try to recreate the past, it's always never as good as you remember.
You're right.
Guys, these are the photo
It'll
options.
just come out.
He's a phenomenal wrestler.
He is.
Is this a John Lennon inspired?
Absolutely he is.
Both of you together, dude.
Okay.
But it's got to be done right.
It's gotta be done right. It's gotta be done different too.
So back to that movie.
100%.
If you do get a chance.
And we also have
Check
them
him out.
in oversized 11 by 14.
Yep. We have 11 by 14s available. They're 35 plus shipping. Let us know if you are interested. If you have any questions, let us know. He's here.
Because he was saying.
You can also stop by too. Don't be a stranger.
She goes,
Be a pal.
right?
Hell
He's like,
yeah.
I don't know, I don't feel inspired today. He's like, I don't have the right light. I'm like,
If your pro wrestling career did not work out for you, what career did you see yourself heading towards?
Like, before it did work, like, what was I thinking of otherwise?
Yeah, like if you never became a pro
Yeah, I
professional
don't.
wrestler.
So I mean, I was in college. I studied to be an actor, so I would have been going after that. But while acting, I was really focusing on fight choreography and stage combat. So either stunt work, fight choreography. How I could end up doing sword tricks in the Renaissance Fair. I did a lot of that stuff in college, legitimately.
what do you think?
But I did a couple fight choreography jobs before kind of moving on to wrestling training. So probably something in that, in television, theater, film, with stunt work and fight work. So not too different, really.
You gotta just get him in the right
Yeah,
spot.
I just somehow pulled it off.
How's your time in? Can you briefly describe your time in developmental? How you started?
I mean, yeah, I came in there when it was still FCW. So I got the tail end of kind of developmental as developmental, like an island unto itself that nobody really knew about, and I got to see the crazy transition to change the name to NXT, and then we found out we're moving to Orlando, and then we started traveling around the country, and then we started selling out arenas. So I got to see all of that, and that was a very, very unique, very humbling, very cool thing to be a part of. It's like being part of the revolution. And now you see what NXT is today. It's crazy. It's on cable television. We never dreamed of that when it first started. We didn't even dream it could be on the network when it first started. And then, so it's the crazy growth, and to be a part of the early days of that was so cool.
Customer my Brian wants you to say hello to him.
Hello, Brian. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out.
Christian Jimenez would like to know, how is it like working with Rusev?
Oh, dude, Miro's fantastic. He's the best part about that whole Rusev Day thing was not just that like people were chanting for him, but it was like what you saw with him, and often with me too, especially like in promos and backstages and like WWE.com videos, was him. It wasn't just the big evil bad guy. Like he finally got to be himself a little bit. He's fun and he's funny and he's charismatic. So that was my favorite part of watching him do that, and the chance for us to both do a little bit of that, a little bit of our real selves. So he's fantastic.
Actually, I have a question
Yeah.
for you. How do you feel about the new rules about how the wrestlers can't have twitches or, you know, do cameos if they work for WWE? They want to control it. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think it's unfair. I think it's one of those things. Like I'm a pragmatist, and I like to look at things from every angle. And I see their side of you have talent using a name you own and stuff like that, in and out something. I get it. Like you control. Like they own Aiden English technically, right? So if I were still there, I get it. If I go out saying, "Hey, Aiden English is going to go do this," it's not me. But a lot of these people are using their real names. It's on their own time with money, their own money that they've invested into equipment and setups and everything like that. And it's still an independent contractor. I'm an employee. I mean, it's a gray area because the contract is pretty in depth, those WWE contracts. But I think it's unfair. You know what I mean?
Yeah. On top of that, who's your favorite worker to work with? WWE wrestling them. I'm not saying like, you know, you said you love Rusev.
Yeah.
But as like your favorite opponent.
Yeah, I was just saying this a few minutes ago, but it's Sean Spears, man. I mean, again, there's a lot of people. It's like picking your favorite ice cream, but me and Sean Spears had such good chemistry. Most of our matches were on live events or on live tours that you guys didn't get to see. Although we did get a couple pay-per-view matches, a couple SmackDown matches, but man, we really got to go at it at house shows, and man, he was so much fun to work with, and I think he's still so underrated. So I love Sean.
Okay, we'll do it that way. I didn't even show your face. I just showed yours.
Let's see. Anybody else have any questions?
How's a Big E as a person? Because I heard he's like the best person right now.
I've been lucky enough to know a couple of guys like that. John was one of those people. To be fair, all of the New Day is that crazy lucky place where you meet both incredible talent, like they're also really, really good, and just awesome dudes. It's great guys. Woods, Kofi, E. I used to, when I first moved to FCW, I lived across the hall from E in our apartment complex, so we still call each other neighbor. That's our nickname. I text him and I say, "Hey, what's up, neighbor?" Because I walk out the door and there he is going to the gym or whatever. But dude, I love E. He is awesome. And his new show, I'm going to shout it, his new show, Our Heroes Rock, that they're trying to get started on Kickstarter. If you don't know what it is, go follow Big E's social media. Check it out. It's an amazing educational entertainment show for children that he and some friends are working on. Check it out. Help them out if you can. Get this, pilot started. It's a really great message. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that too. So great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, after reading about him, because once John died, it was all these reports were coming out saying that he knew about it throughout the whole time, and he didn't leak. He was the only one that WWE actually knew about it. Sure. It was going on, and did not leak at all. Which usually, stuff leaks through. It's so quick.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Sometimes I feel bad for the wrestlers because some of the things that leak, it's ridiculous. Of course. But I got so much respect for him after seeing how he loves John's kid like his own. It's amazing. I see in his eyes the love that he has for him.
True.
It's amazing.
Absolutely genuine.
Yeah, I did it with Jay.
All right, so we got Mike back. He's okay
Jay,
with
I had to
green.
read this for me, right?
Green. Got it.
You didn't understand.
Green paint.
And remember, is this just signature?
There might be something on the back. I'm not too sure. Is there?
This is Mike H.
Okay, then just signature is fine.
You said you want to come over.
Got it.
You want to take a seat, hang out, on the counter?
I'll be here for it. You guys get any new stuff?
AJ got some games.
All right, there we go, Mike. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
You would have to have it.
Sophie asked, "Do you like John Moxley?"
I mean, I like him as a talent. I don't know him. He's one of those guys that, one, if anybody who does know him, aside from a couple few, he keeps to himself, especially in WWE, he'd keep to himself a lot. He was not super, like, I don't know, like out, like Big E's, a big personality. They're very out there. John always kept to himself, so I don't know him too well personally, but everybody I know, good dude, incredible talent, and I know his wife a little bit better, Renee, and she's awesome. So if she's chosen him for a life partner, then he must be pretty damn good because she is a great judge of character. So.
Were you surprised with your release in WWE? Did it shock you, or did you expect it?
Like, I don't think anybody wants to expect it. So like, when it started happening and I just started seeing that things were coming, I had a feeling just because I was doing commentary, it was on 205, which they had a big card. I feel like every month they were going to cancel 205 Live, so we weren't sure. It was yes, and then it was no. It was yes, and then it was no. So, shocked. Sort of. I'll put it that way. I was a little shocked that they just released so many people because I was convinced the company, despite losing live attendance, was still doing very well with digital and television money, because that's where most of the money comes in for WWE these days. That they would take such drastic cuts, not only to us, and I told this to everybody, not just a good chunk of talent, but they furloughed and let go a lot of HQ employees and everything like that, which is really too bad. So I don't see the books, I know, but I thought it was a little much.
I was shocked about Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins because they're doing, WWE was promoting them so hard for the podcast they're doing and doing all the YouTube videos with them. And
it's funny because I was just talking to Zach, they didn't want anything to do with their podcast.
But like during that time, right before, they're like starting to promote it big time. And then all of a sudden it just went, and they released them.
Yeah.
I talked to them through the Facebook group. I'm in that Facebook group with them, so I do talk to them once in a while with Hornswoggle. And it's a fun group.
Yeah, oh God,
it's a really, really fun group.
Those guys, absolutely.
Yeah, they're fun.
Justin asks, how did you end up on the 205 commentary team?
Well, I'll give you a spiel here, but I'll self-promote here. If you want to go to youtube.com/DramaKingMatt, I do give the full kind of long-winded story and the full illustration of it. But honestly, it was an opportunity to get that came kind of right after Rusev Day ended, rather poorly. Let's put it that way. And so I was trying to get things going for me, and nothing seemed to be sticking, or nobody seemed to be listening to my ideas. And Tom Phillips gave me the opportunity to try some commentary, and I figured, you know what? I'd rather try something new than keep just struggling to throw something against the wall if they won't listen to. So I gave it a shot, and they liked what they heard. And Michael Cole said, "Hey, let's try you out on 205 Live," like a week after I first did commentary. He's like, "Yeah, let's just throw you out there."
Oh, right.
I was like, okay. And honestly, I fell in love with the craft because it's a lot harder and there's a lot more to it than people really understand. And that's why I kept doing it, is because I kind of fell in love with the craft. And I give a ton of credit to guys like, Tom Phillips for sure, but Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness, who I jumped into the booth with. They are so good and so much fun and such great professionals that, they kind of helped me fall in love with it.
Let's what's, I guess, something you wouldn't expect in the life of a commentator?
Okay. Should I just tell them?
At least it doesn't come up,
Yeah,
when people think of the job.
I mean,
Tell them next week.
think about it's I don't know, I guess it's way harder than you think. You have to juggle a bunch of things in your brain. From simple things like you can't use pronouns, right? Because a lot of people don't know who you tell. You can't be like, he's doing this to him. Even though you might say that in normal conversation, people watching TV don't know who he and him is. So you got to say, Alexander is doing this to Ali. Ali back up. You kind of constantly with names. You got to know everybody's stuff. Everybody's stuff. It's not just knowing. It's not like a wrestler where you got to know your stuff and then a couple of guys. You got to know everybody's story, everybody's moves. Everybody's everything. And then also, unlike what I'm doing right now, you have to learn to be short-winded. You have to learn to get your point in and get out because there's so much going on. And there's just so many layers to it and so many things you're juggling at once that it's much more of an art than people give it credit for, I think.
Awesome. I got an interesting question for you. Who in either WWE or AEW deserve the, I guess you could say, the top guy spot that isn't being
That doesn't
utilized?
currently have it.
Yeah. that like if you put them in the spot tomorrow,
Right.
they
They'll
you
work.
think they will succeed.
So there's a good and bad thing. There's a lot of answers for that. I mean, like, it's good because I mean, it just means there's a lot of talent that I think do deserve more. The bad part is it's hard to get everybody in those spots because there's only so many of them, right? People that jump off the top of my head, though, I mean, I've said this forever. Mustafa Ali in WWE, I think, is entirely underutilized. He's doing a great job as a heel now, but I think he could have been a John Cena-like babyface. The guy has such a good message, is such a well-spoken individual, so smart, knows wrestling inside and out, and not just like technically, like storytelling. The guy is and a quality human to boot. So he's just one of those people who would be an ideal representative for your company in that respect. That's what I mean when I say that. Chad Gable is entirely underutilized, incredible guy, and he's also like really funny when you give him the chance to kind of go off script and like goof around. So like he can be very entertaining in addition to being one of the most intense athletes out there. Like going over to like AEW, you look at someone. I mean, Miro still deserves to be in the tip top spot. Sean Spears, I'm gonna go back to again, deserves to be in one of those tip top spots. And I think there's a great chance for a lot of people in a company like AEW to do that. I think they have a good job of cycling people into those main spots and giving them shots more than perhaps WWE.
All right, I think we have somebody.
Yeah, we have 2
here.
people.
Yeah, so take care of them.
Folks in person, hell yeah.
Guys, remember we're located at 171 Main Street in Little Ferry, New Jersey, right off Route 46. Very easy to get to from New York City.
Plenty of parking.
Just look at some of the photo options here.
I don't think we should have that on.
If you're interested, they're $25 each. We do also have them in 11 by 14.
Oh, yes, make sure.
And 11 by 14, they're 35. 8 by 10s are 25. It will personalize it and describe it however you like.
Just hang out.
Subscriptions are included. Just add $5 for shipping on the 8 by 10.
You look like you're official.
And you can about $8 on the 11 by 14s. Alright guys, just let us know if you're interested.
You guys ready?
They're putting on their masks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And if you do come to the store, masks are required while you're inside.
Yes.
Right over there. There they are, right?
Okay. Steven Garcia asked, "What do you think of what they're doing with Apollo?" I don't know if you've been following.
Yeah, no, it's good. I've talked about this on my Twitch stream a little bit too. Twitch.tv/Sherman. Yeah, chill it up.
Yeah.
But for real, no.
Okay.
I love they're giving him an opportunity to shine. Another incredibly underused athlete. I will say I always cringe a little bit when somebody has to, whenever they kind of show their foreign culture or something like that, they have to all of a sudden now be the bad guy. I didn't think that was necessary. Because I think his culture is incredibly fascinating, it's something to celebrate, and then it seems like we're vilifying him for that. And I hope it doesn't stay that way. I hope it becomes a more layered character. No problem with a heel turn, but let's dislike the guy because he's a jerk and not because he all of a sudden talks different.
Yeah.
And things like that. So I think it needs to be handled probably a little bit more delicately, but I'm very happy to see him get a more prominent spot because the guy, talking about another very quality human and incredible athlete.
Sophie Nichols asked, "Do you like skateboarding?"
Like not right now, but I did. Like man, I had an X Games Tony Hawk Pro Skater phase when I was in like middle school. Like I really wanted to be, because my older brother did. But since then, I have not really followed it or paid attention to it though. I mean,
2 autographs.
hang 10, baby. But you're at this point in my life with all my knees and back, I ain't getting on a skateboard. I think anytime soon.
Okay.
I used to though.
Right. Yeah, you can tell them to come on.
Okay. Come on in.
Come on over.
Come on down.
Talk to you a little more in a bit.
Do you know who this Sophie Nichols is by chance?
The name does sound vaguely familiar. Why?
It's like borderline trollish.
Oh, right.
I mean, nothing offensive or anything, but it just comes off a little weird.
I don't know.
All right,
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Right?
Oh yeah.
You guys want to throw down what you got? He's got
Yeah,
you
please.
markers, whatever you like.
Sure.
How have you been doing today?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
And I think you were at another show earlier, weren't you?
Yes, there was another signing earlier today. That's true. Do you want a particular color on this?
No, whatever shows up best.
All right. Section one.
And this is it for you today.
Yes.
This is the end of your weekend.
The end of the weekend, back home tonight.
Very
Do you think
cool.
Sylvie Nichols can
You want to sign on the figure here?
become a wrestler? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
like somebody joking around.
If it is, I don't really care.
Go.
Whose screen were you doing when like wrestler jumped? Was it Miss Jackie that when a wrestler jumped on?
Edition.
Oh yeah.
It was
Okay.
Miss Jackie's, right?
Doctors
Yeah.
Association.
The wrestler jumped on and he was like, "Oh, how you
And
doing?"
the sign-in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. 'Cause I think they ended up being
Talk to Miss
twice.
Jackie lately?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's the vaudevillain one there too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
She went public.
Whose
camera are we gonna use? Set it up, yeah.
Charlie
We're
Hobbs
both
did
gonna
it.
get in?
Yeah, please,
Okay.
absolutely.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's stay here.
Okay.
He says he can do it.
I'll get you both in there.
Work things out.
Ready. One. One, two,
Oh, nice.
three. And I took a couple more for safety.
Hell
Make sure
yeah.
it came out good.
Stream it on Instagram too.
Who is that?
On your Instagram?
That's what I thought you were gonna have him sign.
Don't from good times. That was
There
a
you
couple
go.
weeks ago.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'm still streaming, but
Using her as a bookmark.
there's like no real
Gotcha.
perfect spot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Where people don't
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Sorry, you might just come to the side, please, just so I could get. Yeah, thank you. You're good.
Saying hi to my friend.
So you help
Sure.
Okay,
What's your friend's name?
Nicole.
Nicole. Okay.
We are both really, really big fans of yours.
Awesome.
We miss seeing you.
You gotta do it.
Well, I'm just seeing you guys too. Absolutely.
Yet, it's so important that we didn't tap up that. Don't think so. Okay.
Nicole, you said?
I think it's 140 or 150.
Hey Nicole, it's the Drama King. I'm so happy that you're a fan. I appreciate all your support. And I wish you could have been here today, but I'm really, really appreciative of everything and all the support. Please take care of yourself.
I'm gonna do it next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Nobody else.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Everything. It was a pleasure meeting you.
No, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that, guys.
Hope your family's okay too.
Thank you very much. No, I appreciate that. Sam.
It was nice meeting you.
You as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Look around the store.
Enjoyed it.
I will.
Yeah, yeah. No rush.
Guys, if you're in the area, feel free to stop on by. 171 Main Street, Little Ferry, New Jersey. Rusty Rose says, I met you and your partner at the Arnold Expo in 2014 and 15.
I remember that. That was like right at the beginning of when NXT was doing like the road. Our first like road show was Columbus at the Arnold. It was like our first kind of time traveling. Those are actually fun. I like doing the Arnold Expo. It was fun to walk around those afterward.
Guys, if you're interested in 8x10s, they're $25 each. It'll come with inscription, personalization, however you like, plus $5 shipping. We also have 11x14s of each image. It'll be an extra $10, so $35 plus shipping. If you're interested, PayPal is pinned to the bottom if anybody is interested.
Also, if you're local, subtract shipping and just pick them up from here.
Yeah, if you're in the New Jersey area, we'll leave them here and you can pick them up. Save yourself on the shipping. Rusty Rail says, do you think Christian will be AEW champion?
I don't know. I mean, depends on the story. If the story's right? I think they're better at kind of weaving those things. Because I do know I know Jay really wants to work with uplifting younger talent. That's one of the, I think the big reasons he probably went there. And I just know that from people who know him and from knowing Jay a little bit as a person. So I'm sure his primary goal is to kind of help bring this generation up while still getting some reps in for himself. So if it fits the story, I think he could be, but I don't think he needs to be.
Okay. So I'll say this. So I spoke. The person shall remain nameless. Somebody in the biz had thoughts on Edge getting the spotlight. How do you feel? In my personal opinion, I feel that it fits the story, kind of like what you were just saying with Christian. Like, you know, if he's in AEW, if the story's right, then it makes sense. You know, some people are critical about Edge winning the Royal Rumble, main eventing WrestleMania. Do you feel like that's more of taking spots from somebody like the younger guys, or the story's right, so you know that you can look at it both sides. The story's right, so you know.
It depends. It really does. I mean, I think for me, it's not easy to define those things when it's like that. I think sometimes it's a feeling. Sometimes like you could feel like I don't even feel bad about saying when those times when someone like a Goldberg came in and got this huge spot, almost seemingly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That felt like it was like, where did this? And then it was gone too. Like, you know, in out month later. It seemed like it took an opportunity away, a big potential for somebody out of the way. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But man, but with Edge, I don't know. I think it was nice to see because he had come back last year. And I think that was just such a cool. I mean, it's great to see that. I mean, great to see guys being able to work longer, especially guys who like Daniel Bryan, like Edge, who seemingly had it taken from them against their will in a way, like before they were ready. And to see the advances in rehab and medicine and everything that were able to help these guys at least maybe finish up on their own terms. I'm okay with a guy like Edge, and I feel like they've handled it well. And he's also very deserving. He's put all the work in and deserves pretty much everything that ever comes to him. So, in his case particularly, I think it's fantastic.
This is random. It's up to you. Steven Garcia asks, "Can Aiden sing us a song?"
Oh.
I mean, I knew it was good. I appreciate everyone's respect today. I usually often tell people, like, remember, I'm not a jukebox. So I can't sing, like, every 2 seconds, whatever you want. But people have been very kind to me. I've only done it once, so absolutely. What's that?
Nothing too long.
Yeah, oh, no. I just want to thank everybody in the chat and have a very, very happy Aiden Day. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Always got to be ready to do that every so often.
I actually have 2 questions for him.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of tying together. Number one, if you ever have a kid, would you want him to be in the business, especially that you're with, you know, Eddie Guerrero's daughter? Would you want him to be in the business, or would you try to steer him away from the business?
But it's not up to me. So for them, you know, I don't want to push them either way. I know some wrestlers are like dead set against it because they know how hard it is today, so they drive them away from it. Some might be like, you're the next generation of our family. You've got to do it. I don't like either one of those options. I think it's raise them right. I mean, it's good. Chances are they're gonna be curious about it because, you know, it's gonna be part of their life. But I would just sit them down and make sure if and when they made that decision that it's something they want. I don't want them to feel like they have to because mom and dad did it or anything like that. I don't want that pressure on them. And it's totally okay if they don't want it. And if they do, I'll help and make sure that gets trained the best way and pays his or hers damn dues. They're not going to get an easy ride.
I can picture WWE like pushing him up, billing him as Eddie Guerrero's grandchild. It would be like a big, you know, 4th generation, blah blah. What would it be like? 5th or 6th generation?
4th, I
4th,
believe.
right?
Yeah, because Charles 3rd technically. Yeah.
So it would be like a big deal to them.
Right, potentially, yeah. So, but you make sure they earned it for sure. But it would have to be something they want.
Especially if Vicky can be the manager. Oh my God, that would be crazy.
A little bit.
But it's like you said, you don't want to really push them, you know, one way or another.
No, I want them if it's what they want.
Exactly, because as a parent, it's like you push them to do one thing, and they'll want to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So if you tell them like, no, you know, no wrestling,
they're going to want to do it more than ever. Yeah.
Exactly.
And for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, a second question for you is, when you first met your girl, right?
Who's the girl?
Your wife.
Your wife.
Shaw?
Yeah, Shaw.
Okay, that's her name.
Yeah, when you first met her, did you feel intimidated knowing that it was Eddie Guerrero's daughter?
Nope.
No, it didn't scare you or nothing?
No, here's the thing, like, and I knew, and like, that's a thing, but it was like, man, when you start, maybe when I first like met her, I knew she was there, and then literally just the first day, I was like, hey, I'm Matt, nice to meet you. It was like, oh, I know that's Eddie's daughter. But the minute like I started like having feelings for her, kind of thing, it came from a totally different place. It was just like, holy crap, this girl is, and then the thing that first and foremost was she was funny. We were doing promo days and stuff like that. She was funny. And no offense to a lot of the other girls that weren't very funny. They, everybody was beautiful and everybody was there. I'm like, but she was like so cool and funny and like entertaining and like smart and like clever. And so that's what really made me. And then I wasn't even thinking about the Guerrero thing.
Well, I would only imagine because Eddie was a good worker, he was funny, and Vicky is hilarious.
Yeah.
Vicky was one that I
They're
remember going to
an
a show
entertaining family for sure.
12 years ago, right? About 12 years, 13 years ago when she was the GM of SmackDown. The heat that she got, and she was funny too. I was sitting there laughing with my uncle. I was young, like 10, 12, but we were laughing the whole time because she was so hilarious on the mic. It was amazing. She's so good on the mic. It's so good.
An entertaining family for sure.
Guys, anybody else have any questions for Aiden while he's here? We're going to be on for maybe about another 20 minutes or so.
Right, any questions?
If anybody's interested,
Yeah.
let us know.
Any questions that you have for him? That you can think of?
Yeah, what's for dinner?
What's right?
That's the question.
I'm just trying to go because it only lets me go so far.
That is a good question. What's for dinner too? At this time. Are you excited to be flying back?
Oh yeah, I'm always excited to go. I'm excited to see my dog. Even though I've only been gone for a day, I'm excited to see my damn dog.
Do you follow the current product at all?
Like tangentially, I mean, I don't have cable TV, so I can't usually watch it live. So like I keep up with my buddies. I see what happens in them via Twitter, and yeah. So I'm never able really to sit down and watch the shows live, but I kind of catch up on the big happenings and stuff like that.
Like you're keeping tabs.
I keep my fingers on the pulse, kind of thing. Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about I guess wrestling in front of no crowds, or say between no crowds and the Thunderdome type atmosphere?
Thunderdome's cooler. It's
for sure.
Thunderdome's way better, but it's not the same, man. You know what I mean? I didn't have to do that. Because when I was still there, but I was there for those first few Performance Center zero crowd shows, and it was weird, man. Like watching 205 Live back, and like you hear my commentary like on TV, but then you also literally hear it on like the camera mic because there's no audience noise, so you literally hear me at the table in addition to like hearing it on the TV. It was so weird, and it's never fun to take bumps in front of no people. So the Thunderdome was a very cool and clever upgrade, but nothing will replace a real audience, man. No, especially for pro wrestling.
Do you feel that if
Whoa, you don't want to do that.
Sorry, lose the feed.
I might have.
No, you're good.
I'm good.
You're good.
Okay. My question is, do you see after I guess like you mentioned before about the WWE's mostly TV now and whatnot, do you see house shows eventually fading away, or at least keeping it with the big markets instead of like the small like Fargo, North Dakota or something like that?
I mean, unfortunately, yeah. So that as far as I knew or kind of heard. Even before all this, there was thoughts or at least discussions to kind of phase down live events anyway. I mean, just from they're not the biggest moneymaker for the company. So they're less attended these days than they used to be. And so to save a lot of talent's bodies, keep them on the road less days a week, focus more on TV. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw it go down to if and when everything's back to normal, maybe one house show a week, like right before TV, like the night before, and then you do TV, and then we're done for the week.
Actually, not a bad idea.
And then I wouldn't be. Maybe at first we'll get back to a couple, few weekend events here and there, but I have a feeling focus on TV, maybe one house show a week, something like that. I can see that very much being the future. For sure.
Do you ever feel that AEW will ever go back on the road after all this is over, or do you feel they're just going to stick to like the Florida area?
I think so. I think they'll stay where they are for a while. Like even everyone's talking about hopefully this summer, the end of the summer, we're gonna maybe hopefully get back to some events and things like that, and that's possible. But I have a feeling Tony and the guys there, they seem to be very overly cautious for good reason. So I have a feeling we'll see most of 2021 probably run out of Daly's place and things like that. But I would hope in starting 2022, at least for, you know, like it was same thing for WWE for TVs. Hit the major markets and just do shows there.
On AEW, they were supposed to come here last year, and then they keep on pushing it back. It got pushed back again to October now.
Yeah.
So it's like.
I'm sure they're looking for the day too.
But here's the crazy thing though: the show that they booked here is in Newark, at the Prudential Center, where you know you guys have pay-per-views for WWE and everything. The rumor is that the Prudential will not have WWE anymore. So they made a deal with AEW. So I'm interested to see
that would be very
how many times they would run
Sounds like
that show.
like back in the day, used to do that like WCW. Like WCW never touched the Garden, or even the Meadowlands. After a while, like they stopped going there. Once WWE said, you know, it's either us or them. You know?
Like TNA never ran at Meadowlands, or Ring of Honor never ran at the Meadowlands. But AEW's trying, and if they do, that might be the New York destination, because they're not touching Barclays, because WWE loves Barclays so much.
Yep, could be.
You know, it could be a big deal. And I know you'll be going to the shows. And I know Ray'll be going to the shows too. And I'll go to the shows too.
Very, very interesting
right,
for
Ray?
the future moving forward.
You'll be going
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's a show?
Yeah.
Last show we went to was the Elimination Chamber. Who knew?
Yeah, exactly. And that was like really like legit right before everything hit, you know? Guys, we're gonna do last call for photos. We're gonna start wrapping it up. Ray, if you want to just show them real quick. Once again, they're $25.
So they're doing it about.
All right. These are your options. Great job on the photo.
Well, you know what?
Oh yeah.
Again, like you said,
Well, you can thank Lewis from Ultimate Stars.
Lewis,
you're
you're
right.
right.
You know,
Does a good job on those
I'm going
edits.
to put a commercial on. People see and like and whatever. He'll probably do a shout out.
What was your favorite match in WWE?
As a, I'll say as a performer and as a fan.
Yeah, no.
As a performer, it's tough. There's so many. There's three that stick out to me as an in-ring competitor. First, Brooklyn, winning the tag titles. Just it was the first time we had done a show like that. We sold it out. We didn't know we were going to sell it out. Huge arena. Having a big moment like that was, and it was a good match. I loved working with those guys. So that one will always be near the top.
What's that again?
Blake and Murphy.
Weren't we there?
Yeah. Well, no, you weren't. I was there.
I wasn't there.
That's SummerSlam. You never go SummerSlam weekend.
No, but I went to NXT.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
Is
That's
that
right.
when they brought Leva out?
Yes.
I
Blue
was
pants.
there.
Little blue pants.
That was such a fun. That was such a fun thing.
Told you, I sat next to
Little
you.
no, I also had a match with Sean Spears in Costa Rica, of all places, on a live event tour. That was just, we were match number 2, and we went out there, and they may not have spoken English, but they knew this is awesome, and they chanted that to us, and we tore the house down, match number 2. And it was just so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like that, and that one always sticks out to me. And we ended up being in the newspaper the next day. Like they used a shot from that. I'm like in a crossbody jumping onto him, and that was like the Costa Rican newspaper the next day.
Speaking of Costa, well, kind of speaking of Costa Rica, what was your favorite place to ever work in?
Tokyo, Japan.
Wow, right off the bat.
Yep. Outside of my hometown of Chicago, Tokyo, Japan is my favorite city on earth. Every time we've gone there, I mark out. I'm a video game kid. I'm an anime kid, kind of. I'm like.
Where in Tokyo? Which arena?
I mean, we only ever did Sumo Hall.
Gotcha.
WWE never ran Tokyo, or at least not in my generation.
Right.
We always did Royal Goku Hall, which is very cool.
They didn't do Korakuen Hall? I don't know why. No? Wow.
Too small for WWE.
Yeah, but you never, just because of the name.
That's like the Madison Square Garden there, right?
Yeah, it's one of them. No, at least I never did. The times I've been there, we always did Royal Goku, did sumo, and we would get dressed for the sumo wrestlers. Like got ready and stuff. But I don't know, I love Tokyo. The other one that sticks out to me always is Santiago, Chile. That's the hottest crowd I've ever worked in front of. And we were the Beatles down there.
Wow.
We couldn't step outside the hotel without getting mobbed. And like, I'm talking about me. This is in the time when like it was after Vaudevillains, it was before Rusev Day. I'm kind of just like, floating in the lower mid card. I'm not a big TV star, but they needed me there to like wrestle Bobby Roode. And I stepped out to go to the gym. Security's like holding people back. I'm like, really? Like, you guys know it's me, right? But no, they and everybody on that show was over. Like, the minute you came out, the roof blew off the place. Triple H then came there, and I think people almost died.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to start wrapping it up soon. So if you're interested, now's the time to let us know if you want to buy something. Also, if you're in town, if you're at least 10 minutes away or so, feel free to come on by the store, check us out. Any questions, let us know. We'll do final call. Once we start signing those photos, no personalizations at that point. So just let us know. Any thoughts on Impact Wrestling? Are you in tabs with them? I know mostly everybody talks about WWE and AEW, but nobody really talks about Impact, and they're actually not that bad, or at least they're getting away from that stigma of like, oh, they're really terrible.
Right, I know, and they did a little bit to overcome there. I will say, unfortunately, like, I don't have a pulse on their product quite as much. Again, a couple of my friends, so like Eric Young is a good friend. Matt Cardona is a friend, so his couple of stints there that he's done. I'm very happy to see them there and everything like that. So look, I'm looking forward to it, and especially I like the fact that them and AEW have some kind of working relationship. I think that's good. I think it benefits Impact even more than it does AEW. But I'm curious to see where that leads. And then maybe you will throw a New Japan and a little bit of a working alliance there too. That any one of these companies, any way you look at it, has a tough battle with WWE. They're the juggernaut. They're huge. But it's like you start to take 2-3 scrappy companies. Like, they don't have to join, but they're able to trade some talent and work together and build some buzz. They might be able to help each other put up a little bit of a fight against that juggernaut. So like I like that idea that these companies are at least a little bit working together. I think that could be some very cool things in the future.
Oh yeah, cool. What did they ask?
Were you surprised that the Big Show joined AEW?
Yes, very. I think a lot of people, because I think a lot of it doesn't. I mean, I know Paul, like, he's very opinionated. He wants to do like things, and he's not afraid to argue if they weren't using him and he wanted to be used. I get that, but no, I was one of those people who thought he would be a lifer. I thought he would retire there and stick to Legends contract, make some appearance. I thought that's where he would kind of stick, but good on him to knowing, you know what, I'm gonna keep trying to do even more than that, and I'll help these guys over here. So that was surprising, but it's cool to see.
Rafaela Ochoa has a question. She's from Chicago, and she asked, "Do you prefer Giordano's or Lou Malnati's?" Yeah.
So I like between those two. I like Lou Malnati's. I think their ingredients are a little bit fresher. I think they're a little bit flavors are a little bit better. They have a really dynamite salad. The Malnati salad is really good. But actually, Pequod's, girl. Pequod's. If you wanna go, I think it's the best deep dish in the city.
She really asked that, or you made
Doug, you think I'm not from Chicago? I know Giordano's because I actually been to Giordano's.
Yeah.
I was like, at Lumina, at that I've never heard. But funny story, when I was at Giordano's too, I didn't really know much about deep dish, so I show up and I'm just like, everybody's talking Giordano's. So I'm going up and I'm thinking, because I'm from here, so I'm thinking like a slice of pizza. Like I gotta see, so I'm thinking like, okay, I was like, yeah, let me just get a personal one. Just brings out this huge deep dish, and I'm just like, you really expect me to finish that?
That's the first place she took me to as soon as she picked me up from the airport.
No, I got on the plane, I gave like half of it to the flight attendant. I was just like, I was taking it home, but I was like, you want it? She's like, sure. She didn't really question it. I'm just like, whatever.
We have a question off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Hello, Drama King. This is from James Wheeler. If you signed with MLW, would you reunite with Simon Gotch?
That depends on what they want to do. You know, it's the opportunity. I do believe in never saying never. And I think we could probably work together in some. I will restate this for the Peanut Gallery. I don't think a Vaudevillains reunion is something you'd necessarily want. I would want to do something different, evolve or whatever. And I know he's doing something very different with Contra and stuff like that. So if if the right opportunity is there, I'm open to anything. Absolutely.
All right, guys, we're gonna wind down. I just want to thank everybody that pre-ordered with us and purchased us with us here. We will have a limited amount of photos available afterwards if you missed out, or if you know anybody that might be interested, just contact the page. We'll have them available for purchase. We want to thank Aiden for taking time out of his day to stop by here at Zonks Pop Culture World, the best pop culture store in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're gonna sign off. Thank you guys so much for participating. And Aiden, anything you want to say?
No, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for awesome questions. If you want to keep up with me, just follow Drama King Matt on all social media, and that includes YouTube Drama King Matt, Twitch Drama King Matt, and Instagram and Twitter. So follow me there, and hopefully I'll talk to more of you guys soon.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank
No.
you. That's good.
Thanks for answering questions. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
dude, I'm an open book.
We're gonna do a shout out
I'm
to the store
happy to.
too, right?
Yes, and we're doing a picture too with him.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. So.
I'm just double checking the mail-ins, just that one.
Oh,
smudge.
I'll go over that. Ray, if you don't mind just handling the other photos.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I gotta. But everything's dry, right? I think
Yeah.
everything's dry.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Well, actually, I want to be ready for you.
I know it's just like this. Yeah, I mean,
So do it after.
fire him on sign and pull, sign
Sign
and
and
pull.
pull, yeah.
everything.
He's
I'll
the
sign,
master
you
at
pull
that.
him.
Yeah. Let's make this easy for you.
You did a,
Sit down if you
good
want.
enough?
It's actually probably easier to stand up.
Okay.
I'm a stand up. I'm thinking about getting one of those standing desks eventually.
That's the best thing.
And,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
good.
pull a couple of these for myself.
Are you surprised
and
when people came?
I'll give them to you at
I'm
the end.
surprised people who came. Did you expect that?
Oh, actually, you have to.
Because I mean, we have
See, that's the problem. Now,
if it wasn't for that, then we would be here.
if you had somebody who didn't do the universe, probably the same people would have came from the same
Oh yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
Plus more. You know?
All right.
Promo for you. They usually make like a couple.
It's funny. At least like, Matt, what time is your flight? 7? Okay, yeah. So we'll wrap it. Because that's the one thing I hate rushing. Because I always forget in the videos. I always forget just because I'm in a rush. But like I figure I wrap it up a little early. That way we get it out of the way.
Give me a few minutes.
So we have to get there for 6, right?
Oh yeah. Easy.
Anybody want any, like, today I have seltzers, I have sodas, I have iced
Oh,
tea.
you're fine. You're getting sugar
Why
dry.
you drink soda, water,
Yeah,
iced tea?
Yeah.
Oh, I brought my own.
No more smudges today.
No beer today?
Yo, that's a super crazy.
That's super crazy.
What were you drinking? Let me think.
It was Corona.
Modelo? Oh,
No, it was
Corona.
Corona.
Guys,